Hey, this is Matt Schwartz, TheWeldingGeek, and this is questions and answers video number 1. So stay tuned and I'm going to answer some of your questions. So let's go. Okay, the most frequently asked question that I've had is, am I selling this helmet and do I take commissions? I did sell the helmet. It is gone. I sold it to a nice guy in Switzerland to actually fund my project, so it is gone. Do I plan on making more? Do I plan on doing commissions? At the moment, I'm going to say no, because I'd like to build through my whole costume and get it done before I even start to think about that. But possibly in the near future. Each one of these helmets takes me about 20 to 25 hours to build. It's not like I have a mold or something. Every little weld bead I got to put on my hand, every little form, I got to do it all over again. So they're going to be really expensive. So I'm not exactly sure on the price, but yes and no. So I'll make up my mind here once I'm done with my costume, just to see how much time it will take to build each piece, and if I want to actually or have the actual time to do it. So I know that doesn't really answer the question, but so stay tuned to the future. Maybe I will start making some, but not sure. Okay, question number 2, the next most frequently asked questions is, am I going to release the templates? Do I have templates? And once again, I'm going to hold those templates tight to the chest at the moment, just so I can get through my build and get that all done, and then I'm going to decide to either release them or kind of maybe set up a Patreon thing or something. I'm not exactly sure. I'm just right now getting my feet underneath me, trying to figure out the whole YouTube world and this whole YouTube thing. And so I'm going to kind of keep my stuff tight to the chest at the moment, but in the future I will be releasing them at some point, so you can look forward to that too. Next question. A couple folks asked if it would take a laser bolt and if it was made out of real Beskar steel. Well, of course, yeah, it is Beskar. I wouldn't be wearing anything else but Beskar, because I am a Mandalorian, right? So some of the most common themes I saw were people asking about the music. Some people hated it, some people loved it. It's just from the YouTube music library, the stuff that you could put on your videos and not get copyrighted and all that stuff. So that's where I get all my video from. Most of the tracks are from a guy named Dan Leibowitz, I think his name was, just on that YouTube library. I enjoy it. I know some people are gonna hate it, but thanks for suffering through for those who didn't like it, and you're welcome to those who did. So that's that on that question, or comment really. Okay, the next question. A lot of people ask, so what are the little squiggly marks in the beginning of the video? And what is that? What's that for? What am I burning off? It's Sharpie. What happens with aluminum is it comes in a state, and if you actually add Sharpie, or you can use an acetylene torch and put the soot from the acetylene torch or the Sharpie and burn it off, and what that does is it softens up the aluminum quite a bit to make it easier to work with. So but it doesn't stay in that flimsy state as you work. It actually hardens back to its original hardness. So it's a pretty cool process. I just do that so I could get those nice planish domes. So yeah, that's what that's for. A couple of people asked, how could anybody dislike this video? And then somebody answered, it was probably a Han Solo or the Jawas. So I agree with that. That's kind of funny. Thanks for those comments. All right, so the next question was, what kind of aluminum did I use, and what was the process I was using to weld the dome? And was it brazing? What was it? It's actually a process called, I think it's called hydroxy welding. It's using hydrogen and oxygen, kind of like an acetylene torch, and it's actually welding. And I used 1100 rod, and I do that because that weld's softer and more pliable, and it's easier to planish and to make smooth than a TIG weld. So that's why I do that. I do that a lot on the race car fuel tanks, my day job, and it makes a really strong, pliable seam for if the funny car or dragster or top fuel dragster blow up and it jets everything back in the fuel tank. It try to contain that explosion, and it just bubbles out, boom, So that's why I use that process. So I just took that process and added it to my the helmet build just to make it easier to work with and to grind off. So that's the answer to that question. And I use 083 003. I don't know if I said that already, but maybe not. Somebody comment, I wouldn't choke my tire with that piece of crap. I don't know what to say to that. It hurts my feelings a lot. Why would you even say that, man? I actually thought that was really funny. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Some people were asking if I plan on doing more helmet builds of different helmets from the Star Wars universe or other genres. I've mainly been focusing on Mandalorian helmets, not the Mandalorian helmets, but like just for the Mandalorian cosplay stuff. I don't know, maybe. Hopefully, if I can keep this channel rolling, I might actually try to attempt some of that stuff. So yeah, maybe. Maybe. Some folks were wondering how long it took me to build this video. I know I already kind of mentioned this on one of the other questions, but to do it again, it'd probably take me 20 to 25 hours. This helmet probably took me 40 to 60 hours. There was a lot of time not shown trying to figure out the templates. Like a lot of time. It was a lot of AutoCAD work, taping poster board together and just coming out and trying to make it right. So I'll probably actually make a video on that in the future, because it's a long process, but it's a cool process to try to show you guys how to just start, because that is the hardest part of the build compared to the metalwork. You know, it's getting your right templates, because your part won't come out right if you don't have the right templates. Like I've said in the past, templates are so key. That's where you need to spend the bulk of your time if you're going to start something like this. A lot of folks were wondering what the visor is made out of. It's just a Hobart grinding shield. I get them off of Amazon. They're like $6 or $7. You can use a pair of tin snips to cut them. It's super simple. I'll actually end up doing a video here in the near future on how to do that. It's good information to know, and it's easy. So be looking forward to that. There was like 3 or 4 people that commented, why don't you try it on? You should have put it on. I can't believe you didn't put it on. I did put it on. I put it on in the very beginning of the video. So hopefully you can go back there and check that out. It actually fit really well. I was really pleased at the proportions and sizing of the helmet. There was a question about the field of view through the helmet. With the T-visor, you can actually see pretty well. If you cut out this section, it actually takes a lot of your field of view out, but with the T-visor, you can actually see really well. So a lot better than, I've got a Shore Trooper helmet. I could see way better out of my Mando helmets than I can out of that. So Mandalorian helmets are very user-friendly, scene-friendly. So that answers that. Some folks are commenting about how I'm going to be the coolest blind man ever, which is probably true. Some of the stuff I do in the videos I would not copy, safety-wise. Just trying to do stuff as fast as possible, because I'm doing a lot of these builds on my lunch break, which is about an hour, and then a little bit after work. So I'm just trying to hammer out and get as much done as possible. So yeah, wear your safety glasses, wear your welding helmets, wear your gloves, wear your ear protection, wear all that stuff. Yeah, it's kind of stupid of me showing it not, but yeah, don't be like me. How about that? All right, that's it for now. I'm sure I missed some of your guys' questions, but I'm sorry if I did. I hope you guys enjoyed this little Q&A session, and I plan on doing one after every video from now on if the comments and questions blow up like they did on this last video. So thanks again, guys, for watching. Hopefully this was informative. And yeah, my name's Matt Schwartz, and I'm the Welding Geek. Thanks again for watching.